All right. In FIFA World Cup news, Iran's team's training base will move from the U.S. to Mexico. That is according to Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum. The team is still expected to play its matches in the U.S. Now, the U.S. has officially unveiled its World Cup roster. The final roster for the World Cup is due on June 1st, so that means there could be last-minute changes in the event of an injury in this weekend's friendly match with Senegal. CBS News correspondent Nicole Valdes talked with players, and she joins us right now. Hey, Nicole. So are there any surprises with this roster? And what are we hearing about the team's hope heading into this tournament?
Hey, Mugo. Well, first of all, I got to mention the excitement that we felt here in New York City today, seeing that roster revealed. I mean, the amount of swag that we've got, the amount of fans that were out here, hundreds of people waiting to see who was going to represent the U.S. in this year's World Cup. And a lot of people really excited because, again, this year, the U.S. is hosting many of the games. So there is that a little bit added motivation, right, to really want to make sure that the team has its best run yet. Some not so surprising choices for this year's team. Huge names, if you're a soccer fan, like Tim Ream, Weston McKennie, and Christian Pulisic have, of course, made the roster among the 26 selected. Half of the team this year, however, will be playing in their first ever World Cup. So we've got some younger players here, but we had a chance to talk with about 6 of them today. Some who have played in World Cups previous, others who it is their first time. And you could sense just the pride, despite whether they've had experience in a World Cup before or whether this is their first time, and really the determination they are feeling going into this tournament. Many of them told me they believe that the U.S. could, in fact, win this year. We know that only 8 nations have ever won the World Cup before. So, of course, the stakes are certainly high. The competition is higher. And, in fact, several of the teams that the U.S. men's team are scheduled to play for at least those first 3 games are teams that they faced before in friendly games. So a lot of them feel like they were able to learn from those games and hoping to take away the best they can. But, of course, the big question is, what is it going to take to really bring the trophy home? Here's what Alex Freeman had to say.
What do you think that it's going to take for this to be America's year?
For us, I think as a team, I think we're just going to have to bring something special, right? I think for this to make a U.S. story, I think we're going to have to bring something that's going to come from our hearts, right? At the end of the day, you need to play, for the badge and for the country. You need to do it, with everything you got in your body. And I feel like for this to be the U.S. story, I feel like it's going to take everything of us. If we're feeling a little discomfort, we're going to have to play through it. If we're feeling this, feeling that, it's something that we're just going to have to push through, knowing that, maybe at times we won't, feel the best, but at times we're going to have to play the best, right? To be able to go, maybe not be perfect, but we're going to have to be close to it for sure.
And you can tell these players are locked in. They are excited. They've been training for this moment for so long. A lot of them, especially those who were called up for the World Cup for the first time ever, talked to me about the emotion they felt getting that call, knowing that this is going to be their moment to shine and to represent this country. Again, at a time where the U.S. is hosting these matches. This is something that the U.S. has actually done before. Back in 1994, it still holds the record for one of the most attended games in World Cup history. And FIFA this year estimates about 5 million fans will go to the more than 100 matches across the country this summer, and across the globe we could be seeing 6 billion people watching worldwide. Mugo.
Wow, that is so exciting. And go Team USA, hoping for a win for sure. Nicole Valdes, thank you so much.